On last week's episode of A Tale of Two Eruptions, we traveled to the Big Island to photograph the Mauna Loa eruption, an event that has not happened since 1984. We spent a couple nights photographing and time-lapsing underneath the stars while getting very little sleep during the day. Shortly after returning home to Oahu, both Mauna Loa and Kilauea ceased erupting. And I knew photographers who unfortunately did not get the same opportunity as I did. But Pele would not stay dormant for long.
Now let's get to some even more breaking news.
Yeah, Kilauea has started erupting again after a near month-long pause.
News we've been following throughout the newscast. Kilauea volcano on the Big Island once again erupting.
Before you can even utter the word Kilauea, Kylie and I had booked our flight and the Airbnb this time over to Volcano National Park. However, check-in wasn't until 4 p.m., so we spent the evening up on the snow-capped summit of Mauna Loa. Alright everybody, it's me Spencer Lee back on the Big Island for you. So this is going to be our first trip of 2023 and we are out here on the summit of Mauna Loa just shooting some snow at the summit for sunset. We have beautiful, it's not actually snow, but it's more like hardened ice, but ice covered landscape. Our whole entire composition is going to be filled with ice. There's some clouds out in the distance, which should make for a really nice cloudy sunset with the sun setting over the clouds. And yeah, we came on this trip primarily to shoot Kilauea, the new eruption that's happening there. But I don't want to be in Volcano National Park by the time the sun sets, or shortly after, because that's when it's the busiest. So I wanted to catch Mauna Loa when we had some snow. So I think we're gonna walk down the road. Our crater here, our nice little crater on this side, has some snow in it. So we're gonna definitely shoot a composition that way, shoot the side light of the sunset on the crater, probably do one wide shot this way and then maybe do another sideways shot that way. So it's super windy, as you can probably already tell, so I may not do that much vlogging, but I'll try, but no promises. But yeah, Kylie's just getting set up in the car and then we'll walk down afterwards, but man, it's just looking absolutely gorgeous. Later on in the evening, we dropped off our things off at the Airbnb and hiked out into the crisp, cold, and pitch black of the night and walked until we felt the warm embrace of Madame Pele. After ending the volcano shoot at midnight, I decided to skip out on sunrise on the following morning. Not only did I knew that I needed energy to function for the next day and the rest of the trip, but I had figured that I had already gotten good enough footage at sunrise from that particular lookout back in 2021. Our day began at the volcano house per usual for breakfast, and after that we headed down the Chain of Craters Road down to the Hole Sea Arch. Kylie wanted to go into town for some shave ice, and I wanted to go into town for some poke. After filling our bellies, we drove up to Sada Road and spent the afternoon doing something that I had only dreamt of before, photographing the pueo, or the Hawaiian short-eared owl. As we pulled up, we noticed one sitting right on the fence, but unfortunately, as soon as we drove up, it got spooked by our vehicle and flew away. I was only able to photograph a few shots of it in flight. Undeterred, I drove up and down the highway in hopes of catching a new one. Kylie had the sharp eye to spot one flying through the trees, and it perched itself right on the branch and hung out just to give us enough time to get my shots. just did a ruffle of his feathers. After a less than stellar dinner at the Volcano Owls, go there for breakfast and lunch but not for dinner, I dropped Kylie off at the Airbnb and headed back out to the volcano to do another all-nighter. I had a few days off after this trip and I figured I could murder my sleep schedule at least one more time for the volcano. Thankfully, there would be less driving involved in comparison to the Mauna Loa eruption, and this time I would not be alone. It was very nice to meet up with Ida and Garrett, which are familiar faces, but also Justin and Johan, new faces to me. We time-lapsed throughout the night and as dawn approached, headed up to the other side of Kilauea to photograph the sunrise. I camped out at my favorite ohia tree, and to my surprise I noticed that the lava level of the lava lake had risen so that it's now visible from this lookout. Does this tree look familiar, guys? Well, that's because it's our famous tree. We've shot this tree many a times, but never have we actually been able to see the lava lake right here as part of the frame. But oh my goodness, got some beautiful stars out. Got the tree, got the lava, man, got the moon up there. It doesn't get any better than this. The Milky Way is actually supposed to rise more towards that way, but you can already kind of start to see the glow for the sun. So we'll try and see if we can do a panorama with the Milky Way in it. We'll see if it comes out with the A1, but I think we're gonna leave this one on a time lapse. We're gonna set the A7C up for a telephoto time lapse with the lava down there, and yeah, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. Volcanic eruptions can be a destructive force. They're always a reminder of us here living in the Hawaiian Islands that we are very small and insignificant creatures in comparison to the power and the might of Mother Nature. Back in 2018, the lower Puna area was devastated with over 700 homes destroyed by the sheer force of a volcanic eruption. This was one of the reasons at the time that I refrained from photographing the lava then. However, volcanic eruptions also can symbolize new beginnings. With these two eruptions, Madame Pele showed her hand of beauty and grace to not damage any homes or structures in the process, and just allowed us the opportunity to capture her in all of her beauty. I am forever grateful for the opportunity to experience, to capture, and to share these magical moments with you, and I hope you guys feel the same as well. All my lava prints on my website have an automatic 10% donation over to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park to help protect and preserve this beautiful place where Madame Pele resides. But yeah, that's gonna about do it for this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button, comment below, and subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.